Alright, what's up everybody? So today we're going to do a quick down and dirty of the Astro 25 mobile/portable CPS and how to set it up for ham radio P25. This is kind of going to be a fast-paced video because it's really not that difficult to do. So at any point I will stop on every menu option that I'm opening up, and you can pause the video and compare our settings to make sure that you have everything set up the way you want it. So first thing you're going to need is obviously your radio, CPS, and then you're going to need the read your code plug. Obviously you need a ham license, and then you are going to need to go to radioid.net and get your DMR ID. Link will be in the description. If you already have one, just make sure you have it on hand and ready for this, and then pretty much that's all you need. So first start off by opening up CPS, as I have done here, and reading a radio. Then you're going to want to go ahead and configure all of your personalities and zones and do all your stuff, right? Get it all programmed up the way you want it. And for privacy purposes, I am going to be blurring out my DMR ID, as well as the repeater names and stuff like that. I will show you, where to put stuff in, but just for privacy of myself and others, and system owners, I'm just going to try to, blur that out, and hopefully you guys understand that. So get into CPS, you're going to need some windows expanded. You're going to need your radio configuration window, such as the one right here. You're going to need your conventional. You're going to need your Astro systems and all of the sub items in that. And you're going to need your zone channel assignment. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your zone, and for example, I'm going to open up this zone here, zone 4, all right? You're going to go into your zone, and you are going to find your channel. This one I'm using channel 9, conventional personality 6, okay? So keep that number in mind. So now we're actually going to go into the Astro systems, and I'm going to open up some things that you may not need to change, but I just want to have it there just in case you want to compare notes here. Open up Astro Configuration. Here are my settings. You can pause it. Okay, nothing you really need to set in there. It should all be fine from factory. Astro System 1, now this is where it gets important. So open up your Astro System 1 or 2 or whatever number you're using. In your individual ID, you're going to put in your DMR ID here. Okay, compare our settings. And I'm going to walk through every tab, even though some of them might not be applicable for ham radio. Okay, so now that you've got your DMR ID in there, we're going to move on to your Astro call list. Now, this is going to be where you put in other people's IDs into the field. Your call ID is going to be their DMR ID, and then what shows up on screen when they talk type is going to be individual. Pretty simple. And on all list items, you can actually right-click and hit Add at End on most lists to add something else to that list. Okay, talk group options, or talk group list. You can open that up. Enable talk group alias, it's very important. You're going to go to your talk group table, and this is where you're going to put in your talk groups. Again, right click, add at end, and you can do that as many times as you want. I have my talk group ID here. That is your P25 reflector ID number. So as you can see here, I have a couple. Your alias, what's going to show up on screen when you're going to be selecting them. Then the voice secure / clear strapping, you're going to set that to clear. Okay, now we're going to go into the conventional personality that we noted earlier that was in the zone for that specific repeater or list of repeaters, depends on how you have your code plug set up. I'm going to open up the personality, set the RX voice type to Astro. Okay, TX is going to be Astro, and I typically stay on high power on a portable. That way the packet loss is lower unless you're going into a hotspot and you don't need that. So that's really up to you what you want to do. And then you're going to go to your Astro. You're going to select your Astro system that you just defined your DMR ID in. In my case, Astro System 1, and most people the same. Astro Call. In your Astro Call ID list, it's going to be ID list 1. That's going to be your IDs for when somebody's talking and it pops up on screen. Make sure you have that. Astro Talk Group options, and this is important. So you're going to enable your talk group. Click on the check mark there. Very important. Selection type is selectable. If you don't do this, that singular channel or repeater or whatever it is will be strapped to one talk group. And you want to be able to select it on the fly via the front panel. So make sure it's selectable, and then just use talk group list of 1, talk group ID of 1. And that's all you need to do on your personality. Now the last step is going up to the display and menu. Go to menu items, and under the available items underneath the conventional menu, you're going to scroll down about, I believe it's around halfway or 3/4 of the way till you see the TGRP, phonetically Tango Golf Romeo Papa. You're going to add that, and I like to keep that one 3rd or 4th on the list so that it's on the very front page of my radio when I turn it on. And that is going to allow you to select a talk group. And that's pretty much all you need to do. You should be fully configured and ready to go. You can set up multiple Astro systems if you want to use different DMR IDs and stuff like that. But from there, you're pretty much good to go. There's nothing else that you need to do. If you're having any issues after following this tutorial, just pop a comment and I'll try to respond to it as quick as possible. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, night. I'll say 73s for now. Have a good one, guys, and thank you for watching.